What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ant coming to you live and direct from Beyond Reality Podcast, the dopest Krump podcast out by far. Everybody make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Y'all see the title, man, Krump Talk. I got a special guest today, man. This brother out there doing his thing in the North Cal Krump community. It's a lot of dope shit that's going on out there, man. We need more eyes out there, you know, for what that movement got going on. They got a lot of amazing dancers, a lot of amazing people, and, you know, we finna tap into one of them. So I got the homie Rose Gold, a.k.a. Junior, Immortal Power. Let's go.
Yo. What's up, man?
What's good, brother?
What is up, bro, man? Thank you for having me. One
Yeah,
second, my dog
man.
bumped into my little stand, dude. It's so good to be here, bro.
Yeah,
It's
man,
really
appreciate
good to
it.
be here. Nah,
Definitely
like we've
appreciate it.
been, a lot of us have been watching like many of the podcasts. It's like it's really cool how you could kind of see like who's up and coming next, like in the podcast, like who's about to release like next week at noon. So it's like, man, you'll see things like wow, like someone I know, you know, like someone I know is about to be on here, or it's like someone who I look up to or once looked up to is gonna be on here. Sorry, that's my dog. He's like drinking water right now.
That's
But
all
it's
good.
you know, it's like you see these things and then, you know, you kind of tell yourself like, you know what, like maybe one day I could be on there. And then like something I've been like trying to tell other people is like you'd be surprised like how valuable your experiences are. You know what I'm saying? Like just because people don't show that initial reaction, I promise you there's one person out of 7 billion people on this earth, you get me?
Mm-hmm.
Who's really gonna find value and you know what I'm saying, gold in what you do say, bro. So really thank you for having me.
Absolutely. And one thing I wanted to do also, bro, is that I know, like, far as my platform, you know, is rising and rising. I can get any OG or vet pretty much right now on here. Maybe besides the like of eyes, but anyone else, I know for sure I can get them on there like that. But what I
Yeah.
also wanted to do is tap into like other dancers and like other movements, other part of the countries, other part of the,
Yeah. No,
that
I
way
think that was.
we can
Mm.
help. This is a way that we can help the Krump community grow.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and how I look at it is like there's many different experiences from many different eras. You get what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
it's like everyone has something that, has something they might have been affected by, and everyone has like wisdom that they've gained from it now. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But yeah, dude, like everything that you say is like completely valid. Like of course there might be like a language barrier here and there, but apart from that, I mean, how amazing would that be? You know what I'm saying? To get like Slam or Ugly Fate. Or what's that dude from Japan? It's like Twigs or something like that. Yeah,
Hmm.
like it would be so amazing to get other people's input on their experiences with Crump, like from when they started to how it's affected like their country or their region now.
Absolutely.
So all that, man. I'm trying to see all that, bro. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah, facts,
Subtitles and
bro.
everything, bro.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of dope. I got a lot of dope stuff coming up that a lot of dancers are gonna be pulling up that you guys gonna be surprised that like.
Yeah.
And you know what's blowing my mind, bro? Is like I didn't expect like the dancers to come on and like share their story. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
everyone's been like the light has only been on certain dancers in the Krump community for the last 20, 25 years, and
Mm.
hopefully what I'm doing can change that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I feel like because sometimes I see myself as a spectator, like you'll see the people you look up to, you'll see them as the front line when really like you'll look at your community and like we have people on the front line as well, but I feel like the things that we lack sometimes, and I'm not speaking about my community specifically,
Hmm.
what we lack in like platform, it's because we lack the experience of being exposed to it. You get what I'm saying? It's like
Hmm.
you don't know what to work for if you don't go out and experience it yourself,
I agree.
and then you'll be surprised like all these people like up here have amazing leadership qualities, have just as much like abilities to teach, you know what I'm saying? Not just a private or a workshop, but like teach the new generation, like things that actually matter.
Hmm.
And, adding or making a more, what do you call it, a more healthy Crump community in the long run. Like
Yep.
there's so many things that are going to surpass us, like by that time. But it's like, why be patient, or like why be impatient to it? Like, for example, like Louis Vuitton, his stuff didn't flourish till 100 years after he died, so it's like, why not, instill the fruit now, instill the wisdom now, and then like watch it grow later. You may
Yep.
not be here to see it, but you need to live like you're making a difference. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's good, bro. You're doing great things,
Yeah.
man. You're
Thanks,
doing
brother. I
great
appreciate it,
things.
man. Introduce yourself to the Krump world, bro.
Yeah, what's up, y'all? My name is Philip Razul. You could call me Rose Gold or Philip, either or. I also go by Junior Immortal Power. And for those who may not know who Immortal Power is, that's FUD.
Hmm.
So yeah, I'm out here in Northern California, and yeah, I'm just a guy up here. Like I've had my moments to teach, I've had my moments to lead, but right now I'm, kind of in that place where I need to focus on me and find a way to bring my movement with me, learn some things and teach my movement as well. So it's good up here. We have a lot of amazing talent up here. You interviewed Devon, you interviewed Bullethead, and I'm hoping that this leads like a lot of people up here from all the ranges, whether it's like some of the kids. I'd love to, what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure you'd love to see
Hmm.
the kid up here
Absolutely.
as well. Like I would love to see baby Ayo, baby Rough Boy. Shout out to you guys. Would love to see some of the parents out here as well. You
Hmm.
know, interviewing this, like, hey, here's how this affected my family, or here was how my son or how my daughter was before Crump. Here's how they've elevated after Crump or during Crump. So yeah, shout out to all of our movements up here, our little chapters. Shout out to K408, Rosa Buck, everyone in Sacramento. So yeah, we're out here, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, salute to that region, man. You guys got a lot of amazing stuff going on, bro, and I'm definitely happy to,
Yeah,
have an extra light on you guys, what you guys got going on. So,
yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
everybody, let everyone know, bro, like how you first started getting into the dance of Krump.
Krump. Okay, got it. Krump. So I was all right. So I'm 29 now. To give like a little a little background, I'm 29 right now. So I think I was like about 17. It's kind of when I started dancing. It's like you want an outlet for yourself, but you kind of don't know like what to choose. So I started off with like the freestyle hip hop, and I'll never forget this day. There's these dudes who came to battle, and they were so rude, bro. They were so rude, very, very rude. And I've been a pretty sheltered kid like my whole life, but something that I didn't appreciate, well, besides losing, is at the end of it, he made like a little side comment. he said, I aimed all my lab at him, being like my partner at the time, because he is better than me. And I'm like, oh wow, like that sucks, you know? So after that, I was like, well, this style isn't working for me. So fast forward a few weeks later, I hung out with a lot of b-boys, and a lot of them at the time, you know, not saying all b-boys are like big-headed, but these guys were pretty big-headed and very full of themselves at the time, you know. And also we're in high school, so what do we know, right?
Right.
Like we we would go off a list like, oh yeah, we would dog this style of dancer, and then all of a sudden the Krump came up. We dog Krump. That's what they said. We would dog Krump because all Krumpers do is get angry, and once they're no longer angry and having a seizure, you know, it's an easy win. It's an easy win. So afterwards, I was like, yeah, I found that kind of silly as well. Like, yeah, I would dog the Krumper A, B, and C. And then ironically, a few years ago, I remember my uncle, he was telling me about Rise. He was talking to me about Rise and how it had come up. So, you know, he showed me the trailer. So I started, you know, I did whatever other like 14-year-old did. Took my shirt off, threw a few arm swings, at least what I thought was an arm swing, you know, and, you know, went crazy. Yeah. So that night after I made fun of Krump, you know, I did what everyone else should have done. I Googled it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like 2009, 2010, when YouTube was a very, very early platform, you know, and the information that it had then versus now, like, it might have been a bit limited, but you still have to value that as gold. You get what I'm saying? Those low 240p, 360p videos, you know what I'm saying, that came out with the Krump tutorials, that's kind of what I watched. And I came up to the understanding that it meant, and still to me, it means King and radically uplifted, mighty praised. But if that doesn't mean it to someone else, that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? That's okay too. So that's kind of how I came up to it. And through the research of it, it became something that I was like, man, like this is so mysterious. There's not enough of it. I want to experience this, you know, like I want to experience it because like when I'm watching the dude dance, like I'm watching him be courageous and I'm watching him be free. And, you know, I've always like kind of been pushed to the side, bullied and stuff like that. So I didn't really know what it was like for Philip, for me to be courageous. I didn't know what it was like for me to be free. So I was like, well, let me try this out. You know, it's not like I'm being angry. It's not like I'm being something I'm not. I'm just trying to experience something more than what I could be right now at this moment. So from 17, I kind of like tapped into Crump. I was like, I want to experience this, you know? And then the movement too, when Ches battled Concrete for the first time, you know, that was in my city. It was literally on God down the street from my house, but I didn't go to it because it was my mom's birthday. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man. Oh
So
man.
it's like things like that. It's a once in a while thing. I don't regret it. You know what I'm saying? You know, your mom only has X amount of birthdays left on this earth. I'd rather tap into that than go to a Crump event sometimes, you know, but like I said, that was like my first thing to it. And going from there, from being like someone in like the suburbs in between like San Francisco and Sacramento, you had no idea like there's other Crumpers around you, you know? So I don't know if you know who Bandits is. And
Yeah.
like, yeah. He was like the city right up the street, you know, right up the way from me. The next city from me, no more than a 15-minute drive. And I was like, man, dude, like I felt so like distance from, you know, what seemed to be the rest of the Crump world. But at the same time, I was like, well, it's a perfect place to start. Like, why not start here? Why not start now? So because of my, like, what do you call it, my intimidation to put myself out there, of how intimidated I was and how scared I was, I didn't go to the sessions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't tap in with anyone. Like, I kind of just stayed in my own bubble, you know, and I think in the long run, in some areas that did hurt me because like there's so much power in staying connected with the community. You get me? Like there's so much power, there's so much freedom and accountability. Yeah. There's a lot of that takes place when you are with a community. But like I was so scared. You know, I took in the mindset that, you know, like because these are the people I hang out with, maybe that might overflow into that. Maybe they might have the same personality as well. So I didn't actually get started in like meeting the rest of the Crump community till like maybe 2 or 3 years later than that, 2011, 2012, you know. And that like that's kind of when I started, like when I met the rest of the Crump community up here, you know, like I met Bandits, I met Comedy, the first Low Mad Hatter, you know, like I met like all these different names up here. And it was like the first Transformers, like when Shia LaBeouf meets all of them, all the Transformers in the parking lot. That's kind of what it was like for me. You know, like here I am, you know, a mere mortal, and here are all these amazing people that you look up to, you know. And I never thought that one day, like, someone would, you know, pull up into that parking lot or that garage session or that studio and be like, yo, here's all these people who I look up to now, and one day I might be one of them as well, you know. So fast forward years down the line, it's like I could honestly say that I'm glad to be like a great representative spokesperson for this community, and also I'm hoping for Krump in general as well.
Right.
So it's kind of how I got started. And
Yeah. Wow,
long-winded
bro.
answer, sorry, bro.
Yeah, that bro, man. Wow, that's amazing, man. So you're pretty much you're a third generation of Crump.
I would say that, yeah, like what was going around me when I was like coming into and experiencing the movement. It was kind of like, I guess you could say the movement too happened around the time when like SK and Impact kind of like, became two separate branches. And this is just from my understanding and like watching the, what do you call it, watching Solo's interview, like I'm pretty sure I might have some timelines mixed up, but that's around like the point of time when I had came in. So yeah, I would definitely say like I'm an earlier generation,
Yep,
definitely
third.
an
Yep,
early
definitely.
generation. So yeah, third generation. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool, man.
bro. Man, it's so amazing to like for myself to like meet
Mm,
people, hear their stories, bro. This is like crazy amazing, man. Because
mm,
who knows that it's a person like yourself out here in the world that
yeah,
has either a similar story to like me or other dancers or
yeah,
different
absolutely.
like could bring more experience, life
Mm,
experience or dance experience to the
yeah.
table, bro. This is dope, bro. Wow.
Yeah, and like, because I always hear you say, you're forever a student of this dance. Like when did you come in? If you don't mind
All
me
right,
asking.
I'm a second generation, bro.
Okay.
Originally from San Francisco,
Oh,
born and
wow.
raised. Yeah, so how my story was is I didn't live with my parents.
Mm,
I was always raised by my uncle. So my
mm,
uncle passed away. So I ended up having it was just when I graduated, bro. I ended up having to move to upstate New York with my mother who was living at the time. I just
mm.
graduated. I just started dancing. This was in 2005. And
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I was also, an amazing basketball player. So my intentions was to come back to Cali and go to college. But
Mm,
I ended up dancing. I ended up getting a summer job, which, I'm still 17 years later, I'm still at
yeah.
this current job now. So I was like, man, why go to college when I could be making, money like without me having to, pay student loans and go through all that.
Mm,
So
yeah. Absolutely.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
bro, what happened was, I was always dancing like in my mother's driveway. So one day this guy just walked up and he was like, "Yo, man, what you doing?" I said, "Yo,
Yeah.
it's called Crump." And
Uh,
he's been my brother from day one. He's my little homie, little reject,
awesome.
bro. And it's like
That's amazing.
so far as me, I stopped dancing in 2012, bro, because
Mm,
once like the music changed, because I'm
yeah.
I'm so heavy on the music of Crump, bro.
As you said, yeah, yeah.
Bro, like that's like my favorite thing in Crump, bro, is the music. So once like you had the likes of like mainly Alphabex, once he stopped, bro,
Mm,
I was like, man, it's like I don't have that same feeling dancing
yeah.
when like that type of era stopped. So
Yeah.
I pretty
Yeah.
much
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like 2012. So, but bro, I've always been a student, bro. I've always studied Crump. Like I'm able to have these like interviews because of my knowledge, bro. That like some of these guys like yourself, they'll be like, man, how the hell do you know that? Or where did you get this information from? Because, bro, like I wasn't a person like when I watched the Crump Kings DVD or watched the YouTube clip, bro. I didn't
Yeah.
just watch. You know what I'm saying? Like I was studying like what was going on, like really
Mm,
paying attention to like the storyline. So
yeah.
yeah, so like
That's
yeah,
awesome.
bro. I always
That's
say
so
like
good.
my Crump knowledge is second to none. Like I'm not being cocky with it, but I know just like what the work I put in as far as like being a
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Absolutely. Yeah, it's like you know to look for, you know what you're trying to experience as well. So no,
yeah,
that's amazing, bro. That's so
yeah,
good, man. Holy crap, dude, you're kind of a native of here. That's amazing, man.
yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Like, bro,
dude.
it's some stuff that people like. I talk to Crumpers all day long, and they're like, I can't believe it. Like, you will only know this information if you were right here, right next to us. I'm like, yo, if people didn't pay attention to the storyline, like, or pay attention, like, at the
Yeah.
sessions, what was going on, like,
Mm.
I was just one of those guys that I paid attention to everything. So,
Yeah, yeah, no, that's awesome. And
yeah,
and on that topic of, like, learning and studying Crump, like, because something that has really challenged me is I forgot someone put this in the Crumpers page, and it was like if you're like confused about someone's realm, like why don't you go and reach out to them and ask them to break it down for you? You know what I'm saying? And like that's definitely helped me out a lot because it's like you'll watch something
hmm
and you'll hear everyone just go crazy, but then here I am, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like I I don't understand like what's going on at all. Because like there's some things like some of my friends be like, hey, your Krump IQ is up, but it's like I don't really view it as that, like my Krump IQ. I kind of like the way I view Krump, it's like this. It's like a ping a ball like going back and forth like and because it's such a emotion bounce driven dance, like that's kind of how I understand it, like through the rhythmic ups and downs and stuff like that, and how everything kind of flows together. And I kind of piece it together like math. So, but there's like when some things that take place, you know, like it's something that I don't get, kind of just goes over my head. I feel like it's pretty cool because like everyone takes their approach to this dance differently, you know, and
Yep.
something you always hear is like I'm just expressing myself, you know. I'm not trying to do a pity story or a sad story, but it's like, you know, when you don't have a really like emotionally catering childhood growing up, you kind of don't know how to express emotion, you know. So you get me. So it's like now that I'm 29 years old, it's like I'm hearing people like, I'm just expressing myself. And I've been in this for a while, and I'm like, I don't really know if I know how to express myself. And people kind of say simple things like, oh yeah, you know, like think of how your job made you feel today. You know what I'm saying? Like how this one event made you feel, and then you dance that out. But it's like I don't really grasp that, you know? So like something that I've learned and like through this is like in order to express your emotions, I think you have to go through a stage of experiencing your emotions as well. You know, like you don't know what to experience, you know, or what to express if you don't experience it. You know, like just for example, like you don't know what to work for if you don't experience it as well. You know, like because I've taken many breaks within my current career. You know, and it may be anywhere from like 6 months to a few years at a time, even. You
Oh, wow.
know, and the time for me, like when I did take those breaks, like I came back stronger, like with more life knowledge. You get me? I feel like my life knowledge and the things I've experienced in the real world, whether it was like traveling, you get what I'm saying? Or, you know, going to a new job interview or a new career skill, you know, like those interactions, those different things, those have added value to my Chrome. And now I know how to like authentically experience things to a different matter as well. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm not saying I'm like completely callous to everything that the world has to offer, you know, has thrown at me, but some things just don't make sense as much, you know? So like for everyone who is having trouble, you know, expressing their emotions, like really sit down with yourself and be like, you know, how do I learn this, you know? And just like you saying that you're a student in Crump, you know, Crump teaches me a lot of things, you know. Crump teaches me how to interact with people. Crump teaches me, you know, like how to love more, you know, like how to just like be present and just sit there in that moment, you know, like Crump teaches me like a lot of life stuff, and a lot of life stuff adds value to my Crump. So it's kind of like this thing, and it just reciprocates and reciprocates and reciprocates, you know? So yeah, man, stuff like that, bro. I love this dance, bro. I really, really do
Yeah,
this.
facts. Facts too, bro. Definitely me too. So for someone that never seen Rose Gold get off, explain to them how your dance style.
Oh man, dude. So that's a great question. That is a really great question. So let's start by saying the people that like have always inspired me. You know, like I've always been a fan of like Grichka. You know, Grichka is like super talented. You know, like it's very easy to read him. I've been inspired by Ugly Fate and also Bruiser as well. Like all these like the people who have like a continuous flow of style. Like that's something I've always gravitated to because like the way I kind of go about my life is like, you know, I want everything to flow together, you know. I want everything to kind of mesh together, you know. So I would say that my style, it's very like it's very bounce heavy, you know. In the most like recent footage that I've posted, I it's like I always try to be conscious of that, you know, because I would watch earlier footage of me this year and I would see how stiff I was, bro, like super duper stiff, you know. So it's like I want everything to flow, I want everything to connect together, I want everything to, you know, protrude confidence, you know what I'm saying, and just like presence in being in that moment, you know. So
Mhm.
I'm definitely like a combo heavy dancer as well, you know, and like, you know, seeing those styles, like I definitely want to balance that out with the actual like essence version of it, you know.
Mhm.
And one fun fact, I've taken SLX back in 2020, early 2020, like when shit hit the fan, bro. When everything hit the fan, it's like I booked it with Ches to take SLX. And it was, dude, it was such an amazing experience because he had every reason to turn me away. We're in the height of a pandemic, and you know what I'm saying? I want to protect my family, but instead he let me, you know, like go into his garage and we, you know, I learned about Crump from the ground up all over again, you know? So after doing that, like how it has affected my style since then, I'm able to understand, like, what do you call it? The specific tools that I'm given, like, because to me, how I see the bounce, everything breathes from your bounce. You get what I'm saying? Your
Mm-hmm.
stomp should breathe from your bounce. Your chest pop, arm swing should breathe from your bounce. And like how I translate it there is he taught me that Krump is a conversation. Now, what are aspects of a conversation? There's the speaker, and there's also like and listening as well. You get me? So like when I'm dancing, is I'm constantly like trying to have a conversation with at least one person. Like I'll have Dion, Young Concrete, right next to me. So it's like if I could just like have him talk to me the whole time while I'm dancing, it's good. Like he's like, hey yo, that bang was crazy. So I'll do it again. He's like, hey, that bang is wild. So I keep going, keep going, keep going. So like being present minded within my dance, that's kind of how I go about it.
Right.
I try to be unpredictable. I try not to like depend on combos too much because I realize that whenever I am dancing and I am like having this brain fog, I'll end up just relying on combos rather than trusting myself and trusting the tools that I do know to reach that point to where I feel like, all right, I'm free. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm free of everyone's expectation. More so, I'm free of my expectation that I have for myself. Like I think ever since I got under FUD, like I've never felt pressured to be a certain way. I've never felt pressured to dance a certain way. It's just like I'm me. You get me? And like
Mm-hmm.
I think we were driving to Fresno to go see Shakes and his family. It was so cool. And
Shakes,
I
man.
think,
So dope.
dude, Shakes is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Shakes is so sick. And
Yeah.
it's so crazy. It's like you watch footage of him growing up, when his locks were super duper short. And then you see him in person now. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I used to watch the crap out of you on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And like now he's in front of me. Now his family is in front of me. And it's like, it's like by getting off to a certain level, that's the best way I can add value because it's showing my appreciation. Like, hey, thank you, thank you for, like inspiring me when I was a kid. And now that I'm an adult, thank you for inspiring me as an adult as well.
Yeah.
So it was things like that, man. And on the drive to Fresno, I think Young Concrete and Rowdy Concrete, shout out to AL, shout out to Dion. They had asked me like, like your big homie style and Krump, and to me, to my understanding, like you're gonna have your own style, your base style, right? But I feel like the tools that like your big homie gives you or your mentor gives you, it's an extension. It's an extension of your style. Like you don't have to put these on, like where it's like photographically, the same, but it's meant to be an extension. So sometimes every now and again I'll bounce like flood bounces, because like it makes me feel good because I understand it. I
Mm-hmm.
understand, or I'll move how flood moves because I understand it and because it makes sense to me. And if it doesn't make sense, you ask more questions until you find like one sliver, like a tenth of the whole thing that does make sense to you and then you tap into that and then you just attack the style, and you make it work for yourself. And don't be afraid to like ask questions to people who aren't like directly your big homie. Like I've asked, like before I was under FUD, I would ask tons of questions to Rex. You know what I'm saying? And we got Baby Madrip up here, M80. I'd ask questions to him. And who else? Like Kevin Concrete, like whenever he had time, do it private with him. Like you learn everything. Learn everything. Have multiple sources. My girl always says have multiple sources of income. You'll hear Jigman say have multiple sources of peace. I always think it's nice to have like multiple reliable sources of knowledge. You get me? So it's like you want to have these things coming in. Like I could teach the same stomp, for like to the next three people, but each of them are going to take it differently and they're going to value it differently as
Right.
well. So yeah, man, yeah. Anyways, I try to be unpredictable, and I try to be as balanced as I can. Yeah, man, that's kind of like my style when it comes to it.
Right. Dope, bro. Dope, bro. So, piggybacking off your style, let everybody know that, like, how long did it take for you to unlock your style? Meaning,
Oh
like, you were like, when you were like, okay, this is me.
Dude, it wasn't, I would say that honestly until this year where I was like, I'm feeling myself now. Like, I'm feeling myself. Like, you'll see footage of me or I'll watch footage of myself and I'll be like, wow, this is me. And then I'll watch footage of myself previously and I'm like, like, I used to be super critical of myself and super hard on myself. But now that I'm watching like the footage of like what I used to be like, I've learned to be a lot more kinder to myself, because it was like there's like things within the previous footage that I would watch, and I'd be like, wow, like this helped, piggyback into this thing that I do today, or it developed this habit, or it developed the way that I react under these situations, so like after like many trial and error, going to sessions, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't feel right, dancing to tracks that you think are tight, but then it doesn't feel good on your body, like doing all these things, like I would say like years down the line, I would like 6, 7 years down the line for me is when I really started to like love my style, rather than be like, all right, man, I need to dance a certain way because like you have so many well, I have me. I have a lot of strong people around me, and some of them are kids. And it's like, damn, I need to reach, I need to reach to be at their level. When it's like after I stop putting myself on that pedestal, it's like I'm just gonna be dope one moment at a time, one session at a time. That's kind of like what it's what I did because like if you have this like idea for yourself, bro, I have to be dope because people around me are dope. That is such, dude. Oh my God, dude, you're reaching for the stars, bro. You're reaching for the sky, and you're gonna be so disappointed when you had that one session where you felt like trash. You get what I'm saying? And,
Facts.
and like, and it's like I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that. I'm around talented people. I'm a talented person, So I started changing the way that I viewed things as well. I started being nicer to myself. I remember, what was it, during the Wildland Challenge, that they did like earlier last year. I was like, you know what? I told myself I may not make the preliminaries, but I'm at least going to submit a video. And I got caught up in the expectation that, Philip, you took SLX, so therefore you should dance a certain way. You get what I'm saying? And I got so caught up in that like I forgot to have fun while dancing, bro. I forgot to just be free and to be myself. You know what I'm saying? And to be in the moment. And I ended up like not. I got so caught up in like my mind, brother. I didn't even post the video. You get what I'm saying? Like, right? Yeah, it's like I didn't even post the video. Like it kept me locked out of like a few opportunities. Like if you just sent it, bro, I promise good things will happen. So like when it came to like loving my style, the biggest change for me was when I went to Wasteland 2 this year in, what was it? Not March. It was in April, the end of April. I went. So like this was my first time in the Mecca for Krump. My very, very first time. Like I said, I've always been sheltered, so like I've always been so critical of what other people like might think of me, or like damn, like maybe they won't like it and stuff like that. But I told myself like I wrote down, have a little whiteboard in my back room. I'm gonna I'm gonna train on these things every day, and on this day is the tournament, and I'm gonna show out, and I'm gonna have fun, and that's what I said. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I'm gonna make new friends. I'm gonna make like a decent name for myself, and then I told myself I probably won't get past prelims, but I'm gonna go to have fun. It'll be a new experience for me, and it'll be me doing new things. So I go there with a few of the kids from the Santa Rosa community, baby Ayo, baby Ruck Boy. And I did my, what do you call it? Did my prelim round. I'm like, okay, I felt good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel pretty accomplished, right? And then I hear, all right, going into top 16 is baby Ayo. I'm like, yo, Julian made it. And then baby Ruck Boy. I'm like, oh my God, Cooper made it. And then I hear Rose Gold. I'm like, holy crap, I made it, like when I had seen that, I was like, dang, dude, like why am I not giving myself credit, for things that I'm doing good in, I may not be doing good to my standards, but I need to eliminate that because to other people, like, yo, there's this person who is talented, who's free, who's unique, who's having fun. And it's like, I should embody that more. I should embody that a lot more rather than like unrealistic standards that I have for myself. So from that moment in Wasteland, and after I made it to top 16, I battled V, I battled Lady S dot. You get me? And like, I took a humble loss, but it's like, damn, dude, I went head to head with the champion, and that's something I had to start telling myself. Like I had Ruck Boy rooting for me, had Rex in my ear yelling at me, had all these people who I've only seen on a YouTube screen on my phone rooting for me, to achieve that level of greatness. When I didn't even root for myself sometimes, bro. Like it's wild. It's so crazy. So from that moment of Wasteland, I started being kinder to myself. And the moment I started being kinder to myself, the moment I started seeing my style evolve, like this is who you're meant to be because you love what you do now. And it's like I have a hard time loving myself sometimes, bro. So it's like seeing all that, it kind of just unfolded and it became great and it's still blossoming, like I don't want to have prime. I want everything that I do, I'm gonna be the best at like no timeline specific. Whenever I tap into a session, whenever I tap into something new, I'm gonna do my best and I'm gonna love what I did. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, bro, after experiencing those things, like that's when my style really began to evolve, you know, like you don't know how much potential you have until you send it, bro. You know, like so everyone who's been at home, like maybe they won't like me, maybe not. Like who cares? Like you miss out on so many things, you know, like you avoid things like you're gonna live forever. You get what I'm saying? And like
Facts, bro.
it's like we're gonna have more regrets about things we didn't do rather than things that we did wrong. You know, so you might as well if you're gonna mess up now, you might as well mess up now. You know, you can only mess up for so long until you're great at it. You know, until you're great at it, and like just do that. Like one session at a time, do your very best. You know, like I would always have this rule of thumb. I'm gonna dance 3 times, right? But now it's like whenever this person dances, let's say Dion Young Concrete dances, I'm gonna dance every time after Dion dances. I set new goals for myself, new reachable, doable goals for myself, so that way, like I know I'm pushing my limits. You know, and if someone's helping me push my limits past my goals, I'm pretty sure that I'm helping someone do the same thing as well, reciprocating that somewhere else too. So being able to meet all these different people, it's kind of like what helped me evolve my style. It's like I'm around people I love, you know, and you know, they're influencing me to be confident, to be creative, you know, to be the person I'm supposed to be. So those things like that has like really evolved my style into what I thought I should be, into who I became comfortable, you know, in growing into, you know. So yeah, free
Wow,
from expectation.
bro.
That's my
Yo, bro. Just hearing that, bro, is like that's so uplifting, bro. Just to hear, like, man, you very humble, bro. It's bro. You know how many dancers come into the Krump movement and think like they got to be like the very best? It's like, man,
yeah.
people watching this, yo, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. People that's gonna watch this interview, bro, is gonna have a different mindset on
Wow.
outlook on Krump just by what you said, bro. Mark my word, bro.
Man,
What you said, bro. Yo, bro, I'm telling you right now, with so many people watching my platform, bro, what you just said, bro, is gonna change Krump, bro. Watch. I'm telling you what
yeah.
you said,
I'm,
bro. You're gonna change Krump.
I'm gonna write it down, bro. I'm gonna write it down, man.
Bro,
You know
you
what I'm saying?
bro. I'm telling you right now, change it, bro. Just by what you just said those last few minutes. I promise you're gonna change Krump, bro.
I'm gonna write it down, bro. You know. But
Fact,
yeah,
bro.
man, like these just like, dude, like I really love this dancing. Like when I came back up here, like I experiencing different things from different communities. Like I think when I first came back, I went to a San Jose session, K408, and it's like, man, these are people just having fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, when's the last time I, you know, let myself have fun? You know what I'm saying? Like, and the sessions are supposed to be that places to experiment, places to, I put this mess up. You know what I'm saying? It's places for you to have fun and see what works, see what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? Like, for you to just hype people out, it's like it's that, you know. So like San Jose taught me like really just to have fun with it, you know. And so when I came back like a few years ago, I started like I live in Fairfield, so San Jose is like a 2 hour drive away from me. So I drive 2 hours by myself, bro, to the session. You know what I'm saying? Just because it felt like home, it felt like family. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, like the Santa Rosa community is starting to uplift and starting to rise and starting to create all that. And it was so cool because like at the time I was working out of Santa Rosa and I don't know if you, Kaiser Permanente, it's a hospital. I used to work at that as a phlebotomist. I draw blood, you know. So what I would end up doing is like this was like my ideal dream place to land a job, you know. But it was only a temporary position. So like a little backstory, I was sleeping out of my car, you know, just to work at this job and hoping they'd give me, yeah, I would sleep in okay, so no sob stories. I would like sleep in the darkest corner of,
Yo, bro, this your moment, bro. Talk your shit, man.
yeah,
Yeah, this
yeah.
your moment, bro.
So when I was working at Kaiser, I would park my car in the darkest corner of the parking garage just because there's the least light over there. I can get sleep. You know what I'm saying? I would take a shower at Planet Fitness and all that, go back to Fairfield every now and again just because like I needed to change my clothes and all that. And the only reason why I was like homeless out of Santa Rosa is because like, you know, gas being what it is now, you know what I'm saying? In California, like peaking almost $5 at that time, bro, I was spending like $600 on gas a month. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's cheaper for me just to sleep out of my car and do these things to a minimal effort rather than driving back to Fairfield. So there was this one night in Santa Rosa where it pops. You know what I'm saying? his name's Pops. We call him Pops. Jose, he's the dad of baby Ayo. He was
Okay.
having a session, so I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna go to the session after work. I'm off at like 7 o'clock in the night, and I got work at 6 in the morning, so it'll be good for me to go to this session. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I've been working in the hospital all week. I need a release and all that. So then my little homie at the time, this dude freaking snitched on me. He was like, yeah, Philip's gonna sleep in his car afterwards. You know what I'm saying? After the session, and after I got done getting off, like 3 hours later, I was gonna like, all right, guys, well, I'm gonna get going now because I was gonna go to Planet Fitness because it's open 24 hours. So I was gonna take a shower there, go back to the parking garage, and just go to sleep. And he's like, oh, where are you going? And he already knew where I was going. I'm guessing he was just like waiting for me to waiting for me to say it. So I told him, I said, oh, I'm gonna do this and then do that. And he was like, nah, man, you're staying here tonight. So Pops let me stay in his house tonight. And this is my first time meeting him too. It's like, how often do you let a stranger, you know what I'm saying, let alone like the first time that you ever see them, stay in your house? So like I remember like laying in bed or laying on the couch that night, and I'm up. I'm just thinking, I'm like, damn, this is like the first act of kindness I've experienced in a real, real long time. So it's like it really like solidified that I want this to be a community like where people feel at home, where people feel safe, where people feel welcome, like hurts and all. Like, bro, like everyone has bad experiences with community. And when I came back to Crump, like that's all I would project my bad experiences. Like for somewhere in my mind, I'd be like, yo, this is gonna happen to you. This is gonna happen to you. Lo and behold, it was only happening to me in my mind because I didn't let it go. Like I was, let me see, years ago, I was under Street Noise. You remember Street Noise, right? Street Noise, Filipino dude. Like me and Twin Concrete at the time, we used to be Street Noise little homies. And one of the dudes up here, I'm not gonna mention his government name or his dance name. Like he would, every time he saw me at a session, he would like choose to battle me over and over and over again for like 2 years straight. I would get dogged for 2 years straight. And like it got like I'm all for the beef stuff. Like I have a thick skin for that, but I feel like there's some things like texting people outside of Crump, like negative things. Like
Right.
I'm not, like you
Bro, I
cross a
agree.
line.
I
You
agree.
cross a line somewhere. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
and it just wasn't it. So as we can agree, the session is a place of freedom to be free, and to be, like to be in your element. Bro, I hated going to sessions, dude. I hated going to sessions
That's
because if
crazy.
he was there, I don't want to be there, bro. And it's like it got to the point where it's like I would wish, bro. I would wish I wanted something bad to happen to me on the way to the session, so that way I didn't have to go to the session. You know
That's
what I'm saying? I would
that.
wish something popped off. I would wish that like something bad happened to me at home, like an argument would spark with my parents or whatever, just so that way I can prioritize this, use this as an excuse rather than going to a session. And I would hate it. And it's like I would wish that like a truck would hit me, a semi would just hit my car while I'm in it because it's like and this was during like the peak of the SK era, which I have nothing against. You know what I'm saying? Mark was SK, so it's like it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all of it. And but it's like I hated going to sessions, dude. I hated it just because like it with everyone showing this guy love, like if I would have died, none of y'all would notice. You know what I'm saying? That's really how I saw it. That's really how I saw it. So it's like, why would I stick around for this session or for this movement in general? You know what I'm saying? If all I'm gonna do is get bullied, get bullied, get bullied. So what I did to make things on my end is started hitting the lab more. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Hitting the lab more. And then this dude, he wanted to battle me at like midnight one night, right? And I'm like, absolutely not. Midnight? Like who wants to wait for a battle for midnight? That's just like so mad inconsiderate of your time, of everyone else's time. And I was like, no, I want to battle now because I have work in the morning. And it was the first battle. And to me, even though I may not have like technically won the battle, it was the first time I stood up for myself, you
Hmm.
know? And this is why I view myself as a winner because I was able to stand up for myself because I was able to like look at myself in my eyes as someone valuable. You know what I'm saying? My mind and the health in my mind is important. You know what I'm saying? And like how I feel is important. So like standing up to him for the first time, that was like the biggest thing I've ever done for myself as a kid in Chrome. That way, like no one, like I promised myself, I'm never gonna let anyone talk to me that way. I'm never gonna let anyone like let him talk to this community in that matter ever again. It's like when you see people who are like who say like, "Yo, we went through all of it, so you didn't have to." And bro, I dead ass believe that I went through it, so these kids don't have to as well.
That. That.
So let me. So oh, shit. So I always said like, "Yo, here's where he did me wrong. Let me tell you where I did myself wrong." Like years down the line, I held on to it, bro. I held on to that pain. I held on to that frustration when I should have just let it go. You know what I'm saying? It's never gonna happen again. It's never gonna take place again because there's people who understand like the mental wellness of like how someone should react or how someone should be. We have leaders up here now who will never let that happen ever again. You know, and I seen him. I seen this dude at when the celebration of life session for ER. You know that we had it for him like earlier last year. Like I seen him, and I remember that earlier that week I was like, yo, where's so and so at? You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted a big boy battle him now. I was like, yo, I'm tight now, you know. But I knew in my mind that wouldn't have solved anything. Let's be real. That
Right.
would have fixed nothing, right? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, get off on him, grab his shirt, throw his hat on the ground? Like, what are you really gonna do that he doesn't really care about anymore? Like, really, what are you gonna do to affect him? You know, because while you're here being traumatized at night, he's let that go and he's sleeping well, right? So he pulls up to the session, and then everyone looked at me. Everyone looked at me. The energy changed, bro. The energy changed, man. And like, bro, I was shaking, bro. I was furious. I was shaking. So then I did the most logical thing. I went up to him and I shook his hand. I said, "Hey, it's good to see you. You know, like, it's good to see you. Like, glad you're here. Like, this is a celebration of life session. Like, who am I to be like impose my agenda? You know, impose what I want to. None of that. None of that. So I shook his hand and then I was like, "Hey, let's talk a little bit. You know, let's talk." And I told him, I said, like, there's a lot that you did that hurt me. You know, and it really like for that brief period of time, it really ruined my life. You know, and I told myself before I said that, no matter how he reacts or what he says, I said my part. You know, I did my part as an adult and as a man, and that way I don't have to let it bother me anymore. And he, I'll never forget this. He was like, "Well, I'm sorry." He's like, "I didn't even know that. I'm sorry you felt that way." And I'm like, "Oh my God." Like, so afterwards, I was like, "It's all good." Like, I didn't, I was like, I stood up one more time for myself and I said, "Hey, like whenever you have time, come to a session. Like I'd love for you to see what this community has become. We have kids here now. You know, we got newer regions, newer locations, and I'm sure they'd be able to learn a lot from you as well. You know, and like I said, like and after that, dude, I was still shaking. I was still shaking, bro. I kid you, and it was like more so like, damn, you just stood up for yourself, you know. And like I told everyone, like I should have let that go. I should have let that go the moment. I should have let it go way earlier. That's the only thing I could have said for myself, bro. Because like if you're gripping on tightly to all these bad experiences, bro, you never make room to experience the new ones. You get what I'm saying? With your Krump style, like
Right.
you never take the if you're holding on to your old style or what you used to dance like, you'll never find out what you will be able to dance like now. You're never gonna figure that out because you're holding on to something that's already passed, that's already done, you know? And yeah, so I kind of wanted to challenge everyone, yeah, here on this platform today. Like, if you're hurting from something in the Crump community, like, let it go, dude. Like, let it all the way go. And if it helps you to confront that person in a respectful adult manner, do that too. Do that too, because the only person who that's gonna save, like, is you. But also, like, the people who you help after that, bro, they're gonna be so much more like there's the fruit that you instill in them is gonna be so much more beautiful because like you chose to let go of something that didn't serve yourself. If it doesn't serve yourself, why would you use that as a platform to serve other people as well? You know? So yeah, so that was my thing. That was my thing. And yeah, ever since that day, like I haven't seen him. Haven't seen him in like like every now and again I'll think about it, but I was like, hey, but you're past that. You're not that little kid, you're not that victim no more. You're an adult. You have people who look up to you now. You have people who look at you for safety, look at you for wisdom and leadership now. It's not like that no more up here, and it never will be. We have amazing leaders up here now, amazing opportunities up here, not just event wise, but like just, session wise as well. Like we have a lot of those things now, like maybe within this last month, not as many since everyone's like kind of on their grind now. But it's like those moments when we do come together, bro, it's nothing but love, and it's nothing but family, and it's nothing but a good time. Sure, there's a little beef here and there, but it's like, honestly, like, there's no point in arguing like that person's gonna live forever. Because it's like, bro, go experience life. There's so much more amazing things, like, rather than like trying to beef with someone in front right now. I tell you, bro. I tell you, man. Like,
Bro.
get your passport. Get your passport, bro. Go overseas, man. Go overseas. And something I always tell people is like, what are you working hard for, right? Like, are you working hard just to get to that next place to pay next week, next month's rent? Are you working hard knowing that what your efforts in pays off. You know what I'm saying? So I started changing my mindset, bro. I started changing my mindset, like, oh, I'm just going to Krump, like, no, I'm knowing that what I experience is going to pay itself off in the long run. It's going to pay itself forward in the long run. So that's kind of like what I started doing, bro. And ever since I changed my mindset about like how I look at this community and how I look at myself, it's like I'm able to kind of just like operate in a more natural way to where I feel like I'm not forcing anything out, to where I'm not like trying to be something I'm not. It's like I'm just Philip when I show up and rose gold when I dance. So that's how it is, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro, the stuff that you're saying is gonna, bro, it's gonna hit hard, bro, in this Crump community, bro.
Thanks, bro.
Real shit, bro. Like, this has caught me off guard, bro, because I didn't think like your story, bro, was damn, bro. This is gonna change, bro. I promise you, bro.
Dude, like a lot of my actions, it's like, okay, so let's talk about Crump character for a moment. Like when people ask me like what my Crump character is based off of Junior Immortal Power Rose Gold, I was like, it's only based off what I know. You know what I'm saying? Like I only base things off what I know. I don't base things off what I haven't experienced. So like one of my styles is based off of my relationship with my girlfriend, and it's an amazing relationship. But my other style is based off of my relationship with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like I base things off things I value, and I want that to showcase whenever I dance or whenever I'm out in my community doing just like political work, things like that, man. So I remember when our whole movement was like kind of getting back in its groove, and Lil Galvatron Bravo, he's up here. This dude stayed like 10 minutes away from me, on God. And I remember one time, I think he had a post, and it was like how he was kind of like homesick and stuff like that. And that post kind of made me sad because, like, you know, both of my brothers are in the military. One of my brothers was in Japan at the time, the other one was in Louisiana at the time. And it's like being in the military, it's hard. It takes its toll on you. And salute to everyone who's served this country within the Krump community. Thank you, we appreciate it. Like you guys go through a lot. So my youngest brother, and I hope he doesn't get mad at me, but like he, we're talking, and he was like, I've been leaving hints that I'm depressed at work. He works at a clinic, and I think he was doing X-rays at the time, and he was like, I've been leaving hints that I'm depressed, and in hopes that someone would do something about it, would help me, would come to hear my cry. And as the oldest brother, bro, holy crap, I got so emotional hearing it because it's like, damn, there's nothing I can do, from here, So it's like I made sure that all my actions like would would be like I'm gonna make sure that no one has to leave hints that they're homesick or that they're going through it or that they're down. So when Dom had put that post and all that, like, I did the most logical thing that all I know is like, come on, let's go out to eat, like go out to eat, listen to someone's like what's on people's mind, and like we'll be good from there, And I was like, I'll ever because I didn't know that he moved here. I had no idea. I'm so oblivious to everything that goes on. So I wanted to make sure that whenever someone did come from here, who was like from out of town or like literally geographically not from here, like I wanted to do my best to make sure that I take the time, whether it's once a month, twice a month, whatever like that, to make sure that they feel like home. You know what I'm saying? That they feel loved, that they feel welcome, that they don't feel disconnected like the times I feel disconnected as well. So and from there, like we decided to host a session together, both Dom and myself at the time. I was just going by like Rosul, my last name. I was just going by my last name. I don't have my last name, so you can't take it from me, So
Right, right.
when I started hosting sessions together, like even up here at the time, I was kind of like he's like, oh, he's an old heavy hitter, But it's like when I have Dom here, it's like, all right, well, maybe people will be like more inclined to come because there's someone with a name, there's someone with status, someone with a platform to come through, So it's like I've always had like good ideas. I just use other people's names to kind of like make the movement, or at least some situations within this movement, come together. Now I'm not responsible for everything, but everything that I did touch for like within that year is something that I'm really glad that I did, because everyone in the Krump community, no matter what region you're from, everyone's gonna have their role. Everyone's gonna have their time, bro. Everyone's gonna have their time to be frontline. Everyone's gonna have their time to lead, to be the spokesperson. Everyone's gonna have their time to teach. And it's like, whether it's your time or not, like you still contribute something, So it's like at that time, it was my time to lead, time to try to bring people together, tell people about other sessions that were going on. And I just did that, and like the movement is tight now. I mean, like there's other people who are doing it now on the forefront and they're leading it. Dion's doing an amazing example. Devon's doing amazing. Everyone in Santa Rosa is doing amazing. People in Oakland are doing amazing. Like this is the this is the dopest and like most. This is like it actually feels like home to me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I used to complain about that, but it feels like home. I feel like I'm safe now, and I think that's the beauty of everything, like from then to now as well. So yeah, dude, it's sick. It's so good.
Wow, bro. Damn, man. Hey, could you name like name some of the leaders out in that you guys' region?
Yeah, man. So like I would say like and me personally who I'd say the leaders are right now,
Yeah.
I would say that Young Concrete, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dion, Mike, Rowdy AO. Sorry, not Rowdy. Oh goodness. Rowdy Concrete, aka AO. You know what I'm saying? I would say him, Prevail over in Santa Rosa, James, Devon in what do you call in San Jose, Tariq over in Oakland, aka Lil Brawley. You know what I'm saying? I would say that these are like the leaders right now, because like right now, if anyone needs a lab, like hey, I have some amazing, at least in my opinion, I feel like I break things down very well. I have amazing ways to explain things about Krump as well, and that it's seeing people grow. So like I would say like those four, those five, six people, I would say like those are kind of like the pillars of and the face of the NorCal leadership right now as well. And I'm pretty sure like there's some things behind the scenes that I'm not really aware of as well. Oh, also Pops, dude, also Pops in Santa Rosa as well. King Doomsday, man, you can't forget him. He's literally like he'll take oh my goodness, like literally he'll drive like himself and a few of the kids from Santa Rosa out to a session. You know what I'm saying? Like he does that just so that way people have that way to experience it. So me personally, I would say that those are the leaders, like to my knowledge, but I'm pretty sure like M80's doing stuff in the background, HD, Twin Concrete's doing stuff in the background, Kevin, whenever Kevin has time, whenever Concrete has time to do stuff, he does stuff in the background as well. And like speaking of Kevin, like I remember like we had a session and I told him, I was like, you know what, like, and I hate to use the word TikTok dancers because they're just dancers
Yeah,
who are on
bro, I agree, bro. I
I
agree.
hate using that. So like when it came to the people the dancers on TikTok, and I told him I said Kevin, I said at first I didn't really understand what you guys are doing as far as like the visual aesthetic, like why are you doing that and all that, and he's like, and just hearing him break down like we're just trying to figure out what works, what gets us hired, what gets us booked and all that, and I'm like okay, like that's something I can get behind, because like if I don't understand, I'm gonna ask a question, and if like some of the Krump world wants to speak from this perspective, like if you have I hate to use this word, the audacity to have a side comment, you might as well have the audacity to ask the question for the truth. You get
Fact,
what I'm saying? I'm
fact.
like, you're, so I asked them, and I always tell them, like, bro, there's things I don't understand. I'm like, do you mind breaking it down for me? And it's like, it's not like you're calling him, a derogatory name or anything. It's not like you're dissing the man. You just want to inquire wisdom and understand things. And I was like, you know what, like even though people may not really see it, like, yo, thank you, for putting you know, Krump on the map even more. Like I can reach people who Kevin can't reach, and vice versa. Kevin can reach many people who I can't reach. But it's like playing to your strengths and knowing what you got going on. And asking those questions when you feel like you might be misinterpreting it. But it's only going to open more doors. It's only going to open more doors, by doing that. So yeah, that's kind of like my thing on it. And now that I'm seeing like some people from here, do more videos with eyes and meet eyes and like getting that, proximity network, I'm like, bro, you're just gonna go up. Like it's just gonna raise from here. You're just gonna get better and elevate. So that's kind of how I see it, man. So yeah, I would say that those are the leaders, and from my understanding, like I'm sure they're doing a ton of things that I'm unaware of, and also on my end, like not really, texting them as much. But I mean, we're all adults, like when I see you, I see you, and that's kind of how it is right now. That's kind of how I see it, bro.
Yeah, man. Hey, salute to all those, amazing people and dancers, that's putting on
Mm.
for you guys' region, man. That's hella
Yeah,
dope.
yeah, man. Yeah, like there's really amazing people out here, and I'm really hoping that like people are more inspired to just like come out like, hey, let me share something from my perspective, because it is unique. Like no one else has that perspective. No one else has those experiences. No one else is like faced what you faced. You might as well share it. Because someone who else is experiencing that. That might be like the push for them to get out. Like, and what Dion does is I know he's in some type of group. I forgot what it was, but like he's like trying to put Crump like on a professional mental health platform, and I think that's amazing. You know what
Man,
I'm saying? Like I think
amazing.
it's so amazing. Like it's so amazing. Like the people who he's trying to reach and all that, and like not just that, like the people who he gives a platform to himself as well. It's like all of us, but you have a story. freaking send it, dude. Share it, man. Share it. And things like that. So I would say like a lot of us, we're doing very unique things with Krump. I think Krump has given us an avenue to do unique things outside of this dance. It's
Mm-hmm.
like we don't do normal stuff pretty well. We might as well, try something completely new with our gifts and with our strengths and try to make money off of it.
Right. Right.
That's what I had figured.
I agree, bro. I definitely agree, bro. Wow.
Mm,
Definitely agree, bro.
yeah, of course, man.
So for you part of the DC family, bro. Share your experience on how you linked up with Fudd and
Mhm.
how are you keeping
Oh,
oh,
that's a good. Okay, so fun fact is like I don't to my understanding, like I'm actually not in I'm not in DC. I'm more so of an affiliate and stuff like that,
okay.
just because I'm, within proximity, And so it was at Wasteland, and this was after the first day of the actual event, not the tournament, but the first day of the set of battles at the event. And Fudd was like, hey, like we're gonna go like lab, like a mini after session. And it was myself, boy, AO, it was Fudd, it was Pops, Ruckboy was there, Evil Ryu was there, and also Lady Project as well as Baby Doomsday. Like a few of us were there. It was one of those small, intimate sessions, you know what I'm saying? That took place. And the cool thing about that was like Fudd was teaching us exercises and like showing us things. And at the end of it, he asked me, he was like, how would you feel if I were your big homie slash mentor? That's what he had said. And it's like, damn, dude, it was like, I never thought about that. Like usually when people want a big homie, it's like, oh, I want it to be my favorite dancer, or I want it to be the person, like, you know, of this style or of this caliber. And bro, never in my mind, I'm sorry to raise my voice, never in my mind when I'm like, dang, dude, the leader of DC wants something to do with me. I was like, that's insane. That's so crazy. So I was like, why not? Because of the biggest thing that Bud had said to me was mentor. It's like I need that. Bud is in his, he's older than I am, so it's like there's so much I could learn about being a wiser man. You know what I'm saying? So much more I could learn about money. So much I could learn about, believing in myself and being creative. So it's like things like that. And I might be reaching when I say this. I'm pretty sure some people might, but I might as well send it. Like because of that, like I view myself not really as just Junior Immortal Power, but for like to boost my self image and how I view myself in a positive way. And I started viewing myself as Junior DC because it's like it's not like I'm the heir to the lead of it. I don't see that at all. Like I see what Fudd does for his community and I see his work ethic, and it's like that's what I want to mimic. I want to mimic that work ethic. You know what I'm saying? Because he tells me he's like no one's busier than I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's like damn, dude. I was like that kind of hit different because it's like you're busy like as a businessman, you know what I'm saying, as a leader, as a father, you get me, you know what I'm saying, as a husband, you're great in all these things. And it's like one day like Brendan and Lyndon are going to be at that role of the heir of DC, and it's like if they need anything I want to be there for them, like Fudd is there for me, you get what I'm saying. And
Yep.
like I want to do that. How can I be there for y'all? I have a few life experience, a few years of life over you guys, but it's like I'm not trying to take you got your guys' platform. I'm not trying to take your crown away. I kind of like when you're watching those like medieval movies, there's always like a royal advisor. I want to be that. It's like, and I know that there's a hierarchy. I'm never gonna be on the hierarchy of things like Project and B-Buck and stuff like that. But I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to be like the best, the best advisor, the best second opinion that you could get, while I'm here. Like we're in this for the long run. We might as well get along and do
Mhm.
great while.
I agree.
So how it came out to them, and it's been great. It's been great, because like bro, I went like 6 years with no fam. You get me? I went a few years with no fam, and like I always tell people like treat what you're going through like you've been praying for it the whole time. It's like for example, like you might get this girl who you've been like madly pursuing, and then all of a sudden you kind of stagnate, get comfortable, and you no longer do those things out of your way that require the extra step just to,
Hmm.
just to, and it's like that with the family as well. I was like, I'm gonna treat this family because I've been wanting to be in a family for a long time because like a family means something different to me. The camaraderie that goes in it, the brother and sisterhood that goes in it, the level of accountability, and the fact that people want to push you to better yourself. It's like those things like really stuck out to me. So like I want to offer that to my fam. I want to offer what I've been missing as well. So yeah, man, that's kind of how I got in proximity with, like Fudd and everyone from DC too.
Yeah, man, dope, bro. And
Yeah,
I like the way you said that. You just pretty much want to play your position, bro. Like you said, you
Mhm.
don't be taking over or being a leader, even more so being a knowledge. You just want, if you guys need me, I'm here, and I want to
Exactly.
be a part of, the dope shit that y'all guys got going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that's kind of how I see it. Like, hey, if you need input, like I just want to be here for that. Like I'm not here to do anything else that's outside of my nature. Like I know my role. I'm Fudge Junior. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm Fudge Junior. So it's like if you need anything, I'm here. But I'm not gonna purposely go out my way. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
To
right.
overstep my boundaries. And if I do say that, it's something that I do say. We're all adults. We all can communicate well.
Hmm.
Might as well. So yeah, man. That's where I've been at, bro. And
Yeah,
it's been good. And like it's been a little bit more than 6 months since I've been under him. And since then it's like, bro, it's been great because like I've been able to learn more and more about myself and more about like what I could do if I just believed in myself a little bit more. So it's like Bud always tells us, he was like, you gotta stay motivated. You gotta motivate yourself. No one's gonna do it for you. So I kind of to challenge people like, what if you stop doing the things and saying the things that you know aren't true about yourself every day for like a week and see what changes? And like, what if you started believing in all the things that you had about you and seeing what takes place? It's like, you might as well send it, bro. You might as well do it. You might as well like stop saying the things that aren't true about you. It's like it's easier for me to have this hurt image over myself sometimes than it is to develop to who I'm supposed to be, you know? And it's like I don't want to miss out on who I could be, you know,
hmm,
by holding on to something that's broken. Like that ain't it. It's gonna require some effort. It's gonna require a lot of effort, to be honest with you. But it's like it's something I would rather do personally for myself and for my community, rather than being like I'm hurt.
right.
Someone's gonna hurt. Like nothing good is gonna come from that.
Hmm.
So being from being with Fudd, I think the biggest thing is like learning to believe in myself all over again from the ground up. Being with my girl has taught me the same thing as well. Like, you know, everyone's going to get hurt by something, but like you're in charge of what happens next after all of that. For
Wow, bro. Name some of
real.
you guys' events or sessions that you guys have in North Cal.
Oh
So
yeah,
people
man. Okay,
be more.
so yeah. So the Shark City sessions, these take place in San Jose. The Rosa Buck sessions, these take place in Santa Rosa. And also the chamber sessions that Dion hosts and he kind of orchestrates and puts together. That's something that he does as well. So these are kind of things that you could see. I would say that we need to be a lot more like real savvy, because I see that the South does this. I see that Antics does this, and I see he'll have like Krump reels and stuff like that. I feel like there's so much talent up here. We just forget to like, bro, let me just put you in front of a camera for like 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And we'll just choose the best clip that you like, and we'll put it out there. But a few of the sessions, the Chamber, the Shark Cities, and also just the Rosa Buck sessions as well. Every now and again, when I'm not too busy working at the hospital, I'll definitely throw like a lab together for people to come around. That way people can freshen up, people can see one another. But yeah, those are like the things that we have. Events, let me see. I know that there used to be the movement, and that was like the biggest thing in NorCal as well. And that was something that Baby Mad Rip MAD Jacob would host and kind of put together. And he'd also do it like side by side with Kevin, But since Kevin's busy doing like his own thing as well, I don't expect that. But I'm pretty sure that like Jacob and Brian being Twin Concrete can take the lead on it as well. And also like different events up here, Nightwalkers is a really good platform because Brian he brings people from all over the country. I remember one time Brian brought some like one of the concretes from Japan up here. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And yeah, dude, I was like, yo, that's awesome. That's amazing. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
wow.
and there's a lot of, yeah, like there's a lot of people who give that platform, not just like to us at home, but to people, worldwide as well. So like we have those things up here. I know that, let me see, Rosa Buck was gonna do their thing in December. It was supposed to be the same day as a corner session, but because like the outcome was expected to be higher, like they gotta find a new place. They gotta find a place to relocate instead of the studio that they were at, which is a good problem. You know what I'm saying? Because it means there's more attention being drawn in. But yeah, those are like some sessions and some events that we host up here. I would definitely say that we could make smaller incremental steps to having more consistent sessions. But it's like, hey, one thing at a time. everyone's an adult, you know, everyone can't just be like, yo, I'm gonna do this really quick. You know, everyone can't do that now. You know, everyone has a home to pay for, has a mouth to feed. So it's like everyone's doing their priorities, you know, but every now and again, you know, we'll get together and do something. So yeah, bro, some stuff like that.
Wow, man, dope, bro. Hella dope. So, bro, the last 2 years, the world has experienced, the pandemic, COVID.
Mm, mm.
How did that impact you with Krump and also in your regular life?
Oh man, dude. So all right, so let's all talk about the V word. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to say it because your thing might get, you know, it's let's talk about the Vaseline that they want you to get, you know, like if you got it, that's awesome. If you didn't get it, that's cool too. Like, bro, it's your it's on you. Now I got it because I need to keep my job. You know what I'm saying? I got it only to keep my job. But how it has affected me in my household, it's one of those things that are whatever, you know, like I think the best thing that you could have learned from the pandemic is to practice mindfulness. Nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, like my dad's older. He's prone to get sick a lot easier. So it's like it's only right that me as his son, like whenever I am in contact with COVID patients, I do my part to make sure that he's safe. You know what I'm saying? So if that means I don't go to my parents' house and stuff like that, I don't do it, you know? And at the time, like I think we're having sessions with masks and stuff like that. But I think over time, bro, some of us just stop caring, dude. We're gonna die one day. Might as well have fun.
I agree.
You know, you might as well just enjoy yourself in the moment, you know, rather than be like, yo, I might get sick later on. Which you might, but bro, even as a healthcare worker, I don't have insurance for myself. So if something happened to me, dude, I'm kind of screwed. I'm kind of screwed. So it's like the best thing I can do is like you might as well like live your life and experience the fullness of it rather than being in fear that you might get sick. Bro, we're gonna get sick from a ton of things. You know, we're gonna experience a ton of things, dude. But you shouldn't have that be the only reason why you can experience life. So has the pandemic affected us? For a moment, I would definitely say for a moment, you know, but like it's made me value all those times that we can get together. It's made me appreciate all of that, you know. And even if I might suck to have to wear a mask indoors, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's your session, it's your rules. I respect it. You know, like I'm not going to give anyone a hard time for wanting to protect the people they love. Never. You know. So yeah, bro, that's kind of like how I see it. Like how it has affected me at work, though. Like man, dude, I've seen so many things at work I can't unsee. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
So many things.
imagine.
It, it's crazy. It is so it's crazy like working side by side with the nurse for a few months and the next thing you know they pass away. It's wild, bro. It's so crazy, you know, and it makes you value life a lot more. I try not to get upset more. I try not to get irritated. I try to love a lot more like frequently rather than give people a hard time, you know, for things that don't really mean anything. You know, like there's no point in it, bro. I'd rather spend more time like loving and uplifting someone rather than like giving them a hard time, you know, like yeah, because this stuff is gonna pass anyways. You know what I'm saying? The world's gonna continue. You know, like either you're gonna continue or you're gonna sit in this bubble and you're gonna like deprive yourself of all love and all interaction, and it's just gonna suck, bro. Like there's no need for that. There's no need for that. Like yeah. So yeah, that's my whole pandemic experience, bro. It's kind of whatever to me, wherever people are in the world. You know, like I'm sure it's whatever to them too. Like I think now is like the perfect time to like kind of be brave, retake your life, go on an adventure. You know what I'm saying? Like we were gonna go on this trip, and then I was talking to my girl about it, like you know the vaccine and stuff. Oh shit, I said, but like you you know I don't want this. I don't want to miss out on anything because I didn't get a shot, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's a sucky role. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a fan of it, you know, but it is what it is, bro. Like I'm not gonna live forever.
Right.
There's so much more to experience, bro. And if like this little thing of people giving me a hard time about what I did or didn't get, like it is what it is. I'm gonna experience the world. I'm gonna go see what there is for me. I'm gonna see what there is for Philip, and then when I'm back, I'm gonna bring that and then challenge all my peers to see the world as well.
Right.
Because
Yo, bro, I love that that your rebuttal to that question, bro. Very positive. Definitely very positive.
yeah,
Hey, bro, and if do you have any like far as like people
mm,
that you can battle, do you got any dancers in mind that you would like to get in the ring with?
man, dude, I okay. So me
Would you be able
personally,
to name me like five of them?
fine. Okay, man, let me think. So this is like my goal list. This isn't a hit list. This is like my goal list because It would be just an honor just to be with, go head to head with these people. I would definitely like to go head to head with Krump. I would love to do that. I think me and Krump would be a great battle. I would like to also, battle Evil Ryu as well. I think that would be amazing. I'd also like to battle Junior Rex. I think that would be an awesome battle. You know what I'm saying? And let me see. I'd also, you know what? I'd also like to battle. I want to battle Baby Madrid up here, dude. Like, cause like all these people, I'm mentally scared of. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you're scared of it, bro, that's the direction you need to be going. If it's
this is gonna unlock something that you didn't know that you had inside of you.
yeah, bro, absolutely. Like, it's gonna like you think that you're doing yourself a favor by battling, more experienced than you, but you're also doing them a favor because like, who knows the things that you bring out with them in the midst of the battle? You know what I'm saying? And then the last person I'd also like to battle up here would also be Twin Concrete. I would definitely like to battle him. Like, and the reason being, like, when we were in Street Noises, fam, like everyone said, like, "Yo, Philip, you're dope," but Brian is A, B, and C, and like, dude, like that cast such a shadow over me, and it like my confidence went so down, and I was like, damn, I can't operate. But it's like, shame on me for choosing to live in that shadow for so many years. Like, yeah, and I did tell him about it, but it's like it's not even I put the blame on him. It's like you have all this time to like get over that. You're your own person, you're your own brand. So all these people I'd like to battle is like, even though I'm like kind of scared of them of my mind, I feel like it would bring the best out of me. And like not even unlock my Krump, but unlock like whatever I'm scared of to do in the next chapter of my life as well. So I feel like all that stuff, the Krump and life stuff, it'll go hand in hand. And when someone does battle someone whom they might be intimidated by, what's that? You're scared of applying for this job? Boom, you're gonna apply for that job, and you're gonna interview, and you're gonna get it. You get what I'm saying? On your terms, not their terms. So it's like I feel like the things that we experience in Krump, it's gonna overflow. It's gonna unlock these next doors in our life because, what's the worst? I get killed off in one round. You know what I'm saying? My life still goes on, bro. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, man. Hopefully you'll be able, to get those,
And I look up to all these people as well. You know what I'm saying? I look up to all these people as well. So it's like these people have like all inspired my style one way or the other. So it's like this would be my way to pay it
I
forward.
gotta reach out to a few of them, bro. See if I can get them on the show.
Yeah, I think that would be amazing. I think they do. Sheesh, I'd love to, and like every time I watch someone like on here, I was like, oh, that's how they sound, like, like things that come to mind. I'm like, oh, this is what their voice is like, So it's like it's really interesting. This gives like a very human feel to it, a very human touch to it. So it's like like any of them, dude, I'm pretty sure they'd have amazing things to share and amazing things to like contribute, like not just to this platform, but the Krump platform as well.
I agree.
Really,
definitely agree. So, bro, last question, bro.
Yeah.
Last question. I try to except for the last few, I haven't had the opportunity, but I always try to ask like a real life or like real life to the guys that I'm interviewing. So
pretty serious. Okay, hit me with that.
I got a dope question for you. You ready?
Okay. Whenever you are, yeah.
All right. So check this out. If you can have dinner, right, with three people in the world, they could be dead, alive.
Wow.
Anything, bro. Famous,
oh man.
Regular people. What three people would you pick? And then I'm gonna give you my three.
Okay. I'm getting emotional just thinking about this.
Yeah,
I would say my grandpa. Yeah, my grandpa.
Yeah, bro. Take your time, bro. Take your time, man.
I would say my granddad for like 15 years, and like I never had a relationship with him, So I was 14 when he passed away. I'm 29 now. My parents would be like, he'd be so proud of you and see what you did, but it's like you don't really believe that.
Right.
And I kind of just want to have dinner with him just to show him the man that I've become.
Yeah, bro, man. Get it out, bro. This is what this about. Bro. Get it out.
And like the last two people would be a joint dinner. I would like it to be my mom and her brother. And the reason why I say that is like, they're still on this earth and I'm so grateful, but it's like, my mom moved from the Philippines to here at a pretty young age by herself. So that you can imagine how difficult that is, like coming from a foreign country, like trying to acclimate yourself to the States. But her brother is still in the Philippines. So it's like one of my life goals, like I want to bring my uncle from the Philippines and I want to surprise her for dinner one day. You know what I'm saying? And that way it's like, like her whole family, like her whole siblings is here. All of her siblings are in the States now. And that way, like, she doesn't have to worry, like, if someone in the Philippines is, like, struggling or not. You know what I'm saying? So, like, those are, like, the people I would, like to really, really do dinner with. Just because it's, like, I would, like, one, dinner with my grandpa would be for myself. But dinner for my mom and my Uncle Jerry, that would be a way to pay it forward. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, thank you. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Thank you for, like, being the best mom that you could be for me and all that. So yeah, honestly, bro, I'd throw one more in there. I'd throw
Yeah,
my dad. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? I would definitely do dinner with my dad as well. I recently told him I loved him the other week as well. And like, I'm 29. This is the first time I told my dad I love him. So like, it was a big deal for me.
mm-hmm.
So being able to like strengthen that relationship with him, like, definitely matters.
Yeah,
So
bro, man, that's
yeah,
so, bro, so dope, bro. And one thing I want to let you know, bro, that even though your grandfather isn't here, bro, but guess what, bro? He's still watching you from,
yeah.
bro.
So
Still watching
yeah,
you experience all the dope shit that you
yeah,
didn't accomplish in your life, bro.
yeah,
So
man.
don't ever not let that be in your mind that he's watching you from above, bro. Real shit. He's definitely watching you from above, bro. You have
Yeah, bro.
you're an amazing person, bro, and you have
Thanks,
so much
dog.
offer to the world, bro. God has that in position, bro, where your grandfather
Yeah.
is over you right now, bro.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely, man. But you asked me that question, bro. I'm really excited to hear who you'd like to have dinner with for
Yeah,
yourself.
for me, bro, the first person would be Muhammad Ali.
Mm.
You know, he's just like I just love everything about him, bro. I have so many
Yeah.
like plaques and pictures, and I'm also a huge boxing fan. That's one of my
Mm.
all-time favorite boxer, and I like
Yeah, that's awesome.
like the way he stood up for his beliefs.
Yeah.
So he's number one. Number two is my favorite all-time entertainer, singer, dancer, everything, bro, which is Michael Jackson.
MJ, dude, the
Yeah.
Jackson himself, bro. That's awesome, bro.
And
That's
then number
awesome.
three, I'm a huge Duke basketball fan.
Mm.
So I would like to, especially with our coach being this is his last season, I would like to have dinner with Coach K just to like hear his basketball mindset.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope for me, bro.
Tap into that. No, man. That's good, bro. These are all amazing questions, by the way, that you ask people at the end of their interview. Because I seen what you had asked with Kiss. Like you see more of their personality outside of
Mhm.
Krump. It's just good.
Yeah, bro. Like one thing, bro. I try to create something where I wanted to create something, bro, where this isn't just talking about who you battle, who'd you kill off, that. Like, I want people to be in tune with the person that's like they can get to know them off the dance floor as well as on the dance floor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like Philip at home is different than Philip at a session. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right,
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
right.
So, when are you? Because I know that you're planning to come to California. When are you planning to be in the area for yourself?
So I will be in LA next Tuesday night, next week Tuesday. I'm
Okay.
doing media at the corner session.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do I got some plans. I got so much dope shit planned, like, bro, it's a surprise, but bro, like
It's
with
all good.
corner session battles, bro, like we got like behind the scenes, we got a lot of dope shit.
That's awesome.
Bro,
Yeah, that'll be good.
bro, I'm gonna bring like a different media aspect to Krump, bro. Like
Mhm.
the world's
Yeah.
going. I definitely know everyone's going to enjoy it, and I want to say shout out to everybody that's participating and the Cycle family for allowing me to
Mhm.
do this at this session where all the OGs and bro, you guys going to be there, right?
I
Or
think
at least,
a few of us. I'm working. I'm working a double that day, bro, at the
okay,
hospital. So, like, but I know that a few of us are gonna be there. as
Yeah.
well.
Well, you'll
So
definitely be able to see everything what's going on. I'm gonna make sure I put it up ASAP. That
oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. It's like because right now it's like, oh, I'm seeing what Ant does, from a podcast, from an interview perspective. I'd like to see what you do from a media perspective. You know what I'm saying? So
bro,
like, I'm so excited, bro. I'm
bro,
so
the
excited.
media, bro, the media that I got next week, it's never been done in Krump, and like you guys gonna enjoy it. I promise.
Yeah, I'm already enjoying everything
Yeah,
that you do. So it's like there's a little bias to it. So I'm looking forward to it, bro.
yeah. And another thing is, bro, I just wanted to salute to all you guys that trust me and believed in what I have created to, like, for you guys to be comfortable to come on and share your
Yeah,
experiences, share everything, bro. Like each interview, bro, I didn't think like for example, I interviewed Slayer a couple days ago.
yeah.
This interview to me is better than like each interview is getting better than what
Yeah.
I did, bro. And it's like, wow.
Huh. I mean, hey, bro, it's good, bro. Everything is good, man. Everything is good. Everyone has something different to offer, bro. Everyone has something so unique to offer. So everyone watching, this part into the YouTube video, like really like tap in, like, see what you've experienced and see how that could add value to someone else's life. So I really hope people leave this challenged and enlightened, to go
Right.
out, experience new things for themselves.
Mhm.
Crump and all, crump and life, so yeah, it's beautiful, bro. It really is.
Yeah, thank you, bro. And then piggybacking off what the question that you asked, bro. So
Mm.
I'm gonna try to make my way towards you guys because I'm gonna be in Cali for almost 3 weeks. So I'm
Holy,
the following
mm,
I'm gonna get in contact with like you, Bill ahead, and see where
yeah,
you guys' session at or whatever you guys
mm,
got going on. Then I'll make
yeah,
sure I'll be there because, bro, for me to experience what you guys got going on and like I want to be a part of that as well, bro. Because
absolutely.
I knew the North was putting on, but as the more people that I'm meeting, I didn't know it was like as high as this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It
we just
is, bro.
I think the only thing we need to do is like once everyone's like financially free, I should say. I really want to like get some people out here who are like really really talented. Like I'm trying to fly them elsewhere because it's like there's some other people need to experience what you bring. You know what I'm saying? And it's like it's only right that you experience that as well. So yeah, because I've been blessed with the opportunity and the finances to travel for myself. Like I want to take other people to travel as well. Maybe not like directly with me, but I like to give them a platform to or opportunity to experience what it's like to be a guest at a completely new region or at a new location and be like, just turn it all the way up and just do your best
Mm-hmm.
and kill stuff. Like it's only right. It's only right. So
Facts, bro.
I'm gonna pay forward one way or the other, bro. So it'll be good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be good. I'll definitely keep in contact with you, bro. For real, for real.
Yeah, facts, man. Yeah, man. Like I'm definitely. I don't know like the exact day, but I'm definitely gonna make my way towards.
Yeah.
And soon as before, I'm gonna make sure I give you guys a few days ahead to so you guys can even if you
Yeah.
put together like a quick session for me to like come vibe out, meet everyone, bro. Because I love meeting new people, bro. And I just want to
Absolutely.
like love to meet you guys in person and just see you guys do your thing, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we'll definitely do something like kind of in the center of it all, so that way no one has to drive more than an hour tops. That way it's like it's little hub area. So we'll figure it out, bro. It'll be good.
Okay. Yeah,
It'll be good,
thanks,
man.
man. I appreciate it,
It'll
man.
be good.
Let everybody
Yeah,
know where they can follow you at, bro, all your social media so they can be in
yeah, man.
contact.
So just my Instagram right now, y'all. It's rosegold.ceo. And excuse me. And then the second thing is I'm in the midst of launching my own luxury clothing line. It's rose.gold everything. So yeah, this is a luxury clothing line, and the only way I put it is like I want to give people a higher standard of living, and this is just it's everyday luxury for everyday people. That's my little slogan. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, rosegold.ceo, that's my personal handle, and then rose.gold everything. That's where you can follow my upcoming line, upcoming luxury line. So it's good.
Hmm. Yo,
Yeah.
bro, you get that your clothing line, like, yo, bro, if you make sure you send me everything, bro, so I can be posting it.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Yeah, dude. Dude, like I'm working out the designs and all that right now, and I'm trying to do things the right way. I'm so glad that my girlfriend's helping me as far as like marketing and getting licenses go. So doing things the right way, man.
Right.
It's completely new for me. So it's like I want to make sure I do like the small incremental steps at the time. And one day, like, bro, I'll be at, one day I'll be up there, and it'll be good,
Right.
bro.
Right.
It'll be good.
Fact.
I'll definitely run that by you, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, bro. Whenever you get everything, the ball rolling, bro, let me know, and I'll make sure I can do what I can to help,
Yeah,
elevate and, send more attention to your, brand and platform as
yeah,
well.
yeah, and vice versa as well. Anything that we can do to put you on more people's maps and stuff like that, you let us know, man. We'll definitely help out, bro.
Yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate it, bro. Yo, bro, man.
And
Thanks a lot, man, for coming on the show, man, and blessing
thank
that
you, bro.
bro, with the Krump community, bro.
Thank
Yo,
you,
bro,
man.
I'm telling you that the stuff you said today is gonna change Krump, bro. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, bro.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, bro. Everyone has something to change, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that I pulled myself out my little basket, my little bubble, just to like be brave, just be brave, be yourself, be yourself and be there, So,
Mhm.
everyone who watches everything from here, like, thank you. Everyone who watches Ant's platform, really challenge you, like, share your story. Share your story. Don't care what your name is, share your story. There's a lot of people with a lot of wisdom out there, and you might be the reason why someone elevates to the next level for their rent. So
I
thank you, thank you, everyone. NorCal Crump, shout out to everyone up here. 408, it was a buck. Shout out everyone.
Yes, bro, man. Hey, man, I'm gonna make sure I be in contact with you, bro, and have a good one, bro, man. Thanks
Thank
again.
you, bro. Thank you, man. I'll see you around, bro. Take it
All
easy,
right,
dog.
cool, bro. Have a
All
good
right, man. Bye.
Yes, sir. Everybody that tuned in, make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Fire, fire, fire classic episode that I just had with the homie Rose Gold. But y'all know my slogan, man. I'm just a guy that like to talk about reality. Peace.